Hi, Sandy. How you doing? What an interesting decision. What an interesting choice. Who doesn't love Oreos? And this is really awesome. This is an awesome little report. I like this. I enjoyed this. I do want to mention that. Listen. I think you took a wrong turn here, but it's okay because you're going to learn. And here's here's what we're after. We're not after the cookie. We're after the packaging for the cookie. And I think you get that, but I think you spend a little bit too much time on the actual cookie and the baking and blah, blah, blah. We are after the actual packaging and transportation. So the cookies are placed in, here's where we get to the meat of your report. Resaleable bag uses cutter basic, blah, 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 blah. I don't mean blah, 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 like I'm blowing over it. I'm just saying. And okay, so I want to get to this. The package has 20 ml thermoform polystyrene inner tray cookie holders that hold 30 cookies in a resealable bag. Package has 14.5 ounces. Metallized oriented polypropylene laminate. And these are the words I'm after. Polypropylene, polyester, lamination, thermoform, polystyrene. These are all poly, which means that they have, they're oil-based. They're petroleum-based. So are they sustainable? No, they are not. So this is something that we're going to look at, this type of materials in packaging, to see what the most sustainable materials we can possibly use are. Okay, and polys and styrofoam and thermofoams and polystyrenes and propylenes, and those are all stuff that we want to stay away from. We also looking at this graphics, 8-color process reverse, and that's a gravure printing, which depending on the inks, that's not the most sustainable and the most eco-friendly process there is. I have a feeling that the printing process for this packaging right here is a nasty, nasty stuff. Of course, Nabisco will never tell you that. They're going to tout the value of their sustainability standards, which may be, non-existent to I don't know. I haven't looked into Nabisco. Out of one of the many companies that we have looked at, this is one I haven't. So, I think that one thing that you're missing in your life cycle of Oreos is that you're thinking of the life cycle of the actual product and not the packaging. We're after the packaging. We don't care about the product. Right now, we're after the packaging. Okay. So, and then we can see this in your life cycle. You have manufacture, transportation, production, which actually this would be market. You would have manufacturing and then transport to market. And then from market would go to consumption. But you have an arrow going back to manufacturing. That arrow would not exist. Once the product is consumed, it's consumed. Now, if we're talking about the manufacturing and the sustainability of the packaging, I want to show you what one of your classmates included, and it would be a life cycle that would look like this. You would have raw materials, packaging supply to the bottling, the manufacturing plant, transportation to customers, and customers. Then what the customer does with it is one of two things. Either disposes of it responsibly, meaning recycles it, or throws it in the garbage, meaning throws it in the garbage. If they throw it in the garbage, it could possibly end up in a landfill where it will sit for the next several thousand years. If they responsibly recycle it, it goes back in to the process, back into recycling, and back to raw materials. Okay, so that's a big, big distinction that we really, really have to start thinking right now in week 1, discussion 1, 2. Okay, I think you did a great job. Good job. I appreciate it. Let me check your citations. Excellent. Great job. If you have any questions about what I said, it's kind of important stuff to understand. So just let me know if you have any questions. All right. Great job. Thank you.